if we had a table that says favorite animal, and you've got dog, cat, snake, so these 25 people voted dog, 30 people voted cat, 5 voted snake, and you're asked make a pie chart of this. Well, first thing we need to do is work out how we're going to draw the pie chart. So let's first get some facts down. We know, or you should know, that a circle is 360 degrees. Now we know that the total number of people who voted was 25 plus 30 plus 5, so it's 60 people who voted. So 60 people need to represent 360 degrees. So therefore, we need to simplify this down. So we could divide both sides by 10. That gets you 6 and 36. We can then divide both sides by 6. Could have divided them both by 2, but let's go with 6, which gets you 1 to 6. So this means every one person, put P for people and D for degrees, every one person is 6 degrees on your pie chart. So now you know this, you can come back here and you can start converting these to the degrees it needs to be, or you make a mental note. You make a note on your exam paper. So 25 times 6, because I said every one person is 6 degrees. 25 times 6 is 150. 30 times 6 is 180. And 5 times 6 is 30. And you now need to make sure this all adds up to 360 degrees. So that's a 0, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 6 carry 1. 1, 2, the 3 there. Yes, it works. You can make a pie chart. So let's get cracking. So you then, obviously you do this with a compass. You'd create a circle. And most people put the line going straight down like this, but it's up to you. I mean, there's nothing stopping you putting your first line here. Let's say that's the center. Right, first one's 150 degrees, so you get your protractor and you go to 150, which is what, that's 90, that's 180. So 150 is probably about here, give or take. The cat is snake. Sorry, no. Let's do, what should we do next? Cat is 180. So we can measure from this line here. 180 is a straight line, so I know it's going to be over here. There's my straight line. And then finally the snake is 5, which is this bit here. Now what I would normally do at this point, you've got two choices. You could decide to either color code it. So you would color in both bits, and you color in all of the bits and says, oh, this bit equals cat, this bit equals dog. You put a key. So i.e. something like this. You could say, there, that's colored in red, that's colored in green, and that's colored in blue. And then you could say, you know, obviously you'd make this a lot neater. You'd probably color them in squares, and you'd have your little table like this, and then you'd say, look, that's, what did I have? Dog, cat, snake. You could do that. Let's just trim that a bit. Make that D proper. You could do that, but in an exam, you probably don't have the time to do this, so it's probably better just to not bother at all and just write directly into the pie chart itself. So that's dog, cat, and if you can't fit it, just do that. Just make it clear to the examiner you know what each section means. That is how you do the pie chart. You could be asked the other way. You could be given the pie chart. You could be told that you could have been told another type of question, that you have the pie chart and let's say this pie chart is worth 100 people. Work out what each section is worth in terms of people. Well, once again, you say, well, if that's worth 100 people, you do the math here. That 60 is 3. Sorry, if this was 100 people, let's change that. No, actually, no. Swap that. Keep that. Let's say this pie chart represents 100 people. Okay. And then you're told, work out what these sectors mean. So you would do the same calculation as above. So you say, right, well, 360, 100 people, P for people, D for degrees. So therefore, one person equals, because we're going to divide both sides by 100, 3.6. So one person is 3.6 degrees. So then what you would do, you get your protractor out, you measure each section, and you would then divide your answer by, you would divide each angle you measure by 3.6 to get the number of people. So for example, if this section was 180, you do 180 divided by 3.6, and then work out what answer you get, which, according to my calculator, would get me 50 people. So I know that cat is worth 50 for the purpose of this diagram, and so on. Right, I'm going to just zoom out. One final point, if you are asked to draw the pie chart, make sure you make a note of what the degrees of each section is. You may get a mark in the exam for just getting this top area done.